All right, ladies and gentlemen, weekly review, ladies and gentlemen, the last one of May of 2026, ladies and gentlemen. Are we cash flowing that money, ladies and gentlemen? Are we cash flowing? Did we go up? Are we green for this week? Green for the month? But let's find out, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head to the count here, ladies and gentlemen. We're at $146, $716.99, ladies and gentlemen, for the week. We're up 7.27%. 9,944 and 43. For the monthly Joan, we're up 12,390, 24, 9.2. Yeah, the week it was amazing. And for the 3 month, we're up $12,403.49. And year to date, ladies and gentlemen, we're still down 16,720 and 21 cents at 10, negative 10.2%. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very happy where I am at on this account, ladies and gentlemen. Suddenly get up to $235, $818, ladies and gentlemen. Get back to where I was back in October, ladies and gentlemen. And that's only like $89,000 away. 89,000. Stuff keep going like it is, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what happened in the brokerage account. For the week, ladies and gentlemen, the brokerage account was up $2,481.61, 11.96%. For the month, ladies and gentlemen, up 16.46%, $3,285.33, ladies and gentlemen, 3 months, $3,670, 37, 18.75%. Year to date, we're still down 12.71%, $3,338.85. And we can keep up with this week, ladies and gentlemen. Easy peasy. Let's look at the margin. Where we at on the margin, ladies and gentlemen? Our margin total $48,451.53. Margin use $8,803.99. Total up $39,647.57, ladies and gentlemen. We're at a buffer at 51.81, ladies and gentlemen. $9,904.77, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at SoFi. Let's talk about SoFi, ladies and gentlemen. This had a great run up on Friday. Up here, ladies and gentlemen, for 1971. I tried to sell this at 1900 and tried to do a put, but it didn't happen. But it still came down here, ladies and gentlemen. Still up $1.27, ladies and gentlemen. What will I want to do? I could sell a lot for 100 lot, ladies and gentlemen, and make up that I'd be like 30 cents above. Then if I sold that at 1827, let's look at a put. Let's look at a put at $18. That's a $44, ladies and gentlemen. 2 words of margin, and it's about where I bought it at last time at $17.96. Because you can't see lot sell on here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why you can't do it on the main one, but I can look at my phone here and go to lot sell. Go to lots, and I bought it at $17.96, ladies and gentlemen. It is a $27 gain. Hey, sell for $27 gain. Do an 18, that's another 44. Or I could go down to $17.50 if it does drop. Just depending what it does on opening, ladies and gentlemen. I might sell this when it open up on Sunday night. That's could be tonight, ladies and gentlemen, or sell it and do this in the morning. This all could change before this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not doing no cover calls because I don't want to get involved with that right now on my brokers, but that's what I'm looking at for SoFi to make some extra money, to lower down that margin a little bit more and use, $18,000. I'll be at $7,000 of margin, plus getting the $44, ladies and gentlemen. Crypto is running pretty good. And XTDE, ladies and gentlemen. Look at XTDE. We are green by 9 cents, ladies and gentlemen, and this has paid out a great distribution. I do a video on it every 2 weeks on this, ladies and gentlemen. I believe I need to do another one for this week, but we'll see But it is giving out good dividends, ladies and gentlemen. On this one, I'm very happy with it. And I have been using my dividends on this one, ladies and gentlemen, that I've been getting back from Top Pay. Top W. So Round Hill is up for the day, up for the week, ladies and gentlemen, 32 cents. I have been buying this. Bring down my average down to negative 1,666, 20%. I've been buying this, ladies and gentlemen. There is the dividend. It just paid out 29 cents. 29 cents. I'll write that down on my thing. I'll look at it later, but 29 cents down, ladies and gentlemen. I did buy at 38.80 this week. That means I made 41 cents on that share already. 41 cents plus a, well, not distribution, because that distribution will be paid next week, ladies and gentlemen. But I get another share for 160. Pay out another 29. Some more good money. And I'll buy another share on that one, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm doing. And my Argentic. What? Oh, that agent trade. Oh, okay. We'll look at that later, ladies and gentlemen. Like your agent trade for, design your safety, track every move, get notified when your agent trade and monitor performance. AI platform, okay. We're going to look at that. Okay, good, sir. We'll look at that later, ladies and gentlemen. But this is about my accounts here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's look at for the week. For the traditional, 5,057.67 for 590%. For the month, we're up 5,949.99, 7.2%, ladies and gentlemen. And 3 months, we're up 5,519 for 6.48 year to date. We're still down 12.06, $12,441.04. Ladies and gentlemen, I did lose some SoFi. Here we lost 100 shares SoFi, ladies and gentlemen, at 17.50. I had this. So look at this run up. God dang, that big old run up there. And I had to decide what I'm going to do with this money I got from SoFi. But look, we did a cover call. Let's go all the way down. And we lost it. We made $6 on that contract. Now we have 3,559. We are working on RR. I like to get 1,000 shares of this. I had some not cover call, but puts on this, ladies and gentlemen. Have been doing some puts on this at $2.50. Bought 10 shares at $28.60. I had one cover call for $4, made $1, and I had 2 contracts for $44, ladies and gentlemen, at $3, and did not get a sign. So I look at the trade for next week. This all could change before opening, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the cover calls. Ooh, we got $4 or $3. Man, could make $3 or $4.50 for $1. But let's look at the puts for $3 put. 21 cents. 21 cents. Can it get above the $3, ladies and gentlemen, and stay above the $3? It's a good thing here, ladies and gentlemen. One cover call for 21. I did 2. That's 42. And I got some extra money I can buy another 2, another 40. That's $84 worth of premium compared to SoFi. It's very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. Look, for the week, we were only down by 3 cents, ladies and gentlemen, for the week. Because it closed out at 4 o'clock right here at 3:19. After the bell, ladies and gentlemen, it dropped at the bell. People were selling it, taking that profit, ladies and gentlemen, then jumped back up, then went down. People were taking profit on that one, ladies and gentlemen. Now I'm thinking about I might be getting more of that in my resolve. I still Joby's doing. I still got a couple shares of Joby, but that wasn't what I was trying to click on. Quit moving. Resolve, ladies and gentlemen. I still need to do some more cover calls on this one. I did some last week. I bought 10 more shares at 253. I did 2 contracts right at 250, made $16. I look at what these cover calls look like. Is it worth I do cover calls? Ooh, we might be able to do a 350 cover call for $5 next week, but that could change. But look at the puts. So nothing on puts. What? You had to go to a 350 for a put. Really? Hopefully that changed before then, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Hopefully that changed before then. But 2 be 30. But I'll be spending extra $100. But I could do calls at 352. I could sell 5. That's $25 into there. So I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen, that's me thinking this through. I'm going to possibly do on Monday. Everything could change before then, ladies and gentlemen. Everything could change before then. But that's what I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Got 3,000. I will have to buy my. If I get, I'll probably do RR for 4 contracts and my resolve for 2. Then figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of the money. Then I got SBIT. I've been doing cover calls on SBIT for the week. It's down 32. Let's sell cover calls. What about puts? $6 put, you get $32. I might do that. Well, that's buy. We'll look at that again. That was buy. I don't want to buy a put. But sell put. I don't want to buy a cover call. But sell put, ladies and gentlemen, at 650 you can make 49, or at $6 make $17. But sell call at 650, that's $11. Or I might do it at 7 for 2, make extra $10. $10 is $10, ladies and gentlemen. In my opinion, that's what I'm thinking this through. I got till Monday, ladies and gentlemen, to worry about that. But let's go to the brokerage account. The Roth IRA. Already been to the brokers. My mind's all over the place. In the Roth, ladies and gentlemen, for the week, we're up $2,248, $84.74, 8.2%. For the month, ladies and gentlemen, we're up $2,835.10, 9.48% for the month. And for the 3 month, we're up $3,215.89 for 10.90% year to date. We're down $892.27, 265. So got to put in another on 165, ladies and gentlemen. We're 165. That'll put me right at 5,000. Look at that. Calculator. We're at 489 plus 165 equal. We're at 500. That'd be 5,055. 555 minus 8,666. So I put in $3,545 up for them. Here, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, divide that by 165. That should take me 21 and a half weeks to get to $86,000. But next year, I'm hoping to have my brokerage account down enough where I can pull that money out and come over and do a challenge. I'm going to do a 8,600 challenge on option plays, ladies and gentlemen, show you how to grow that. But we're going to look at more resolve here. We're probably going to buy some more resolve with the money. They go, how much money do we have? No, I don't want that either. We got $3,845.85. We do have SoFi, ladies and gentlemen. I might put that back in there. I might do SoFi. Like I've been saying about, I'll probably put that money back into SoFi. Trade for like $17.50. So call probably $17.50. All this could change before the get my $99, oh, not call, but a put. So a put, get $25, plus it will drop back down to where I sold it at and make that extra $25. Will it go down there? Who knows? They jump. Oh, that could change. I could do a call, but I can't do a call till it hit 28. I can do a $24 call. I don't think it go up $6 in a week. But where did it go for this week? Per week. And didn't start running till Friday, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the week. It went up $2.39. I'll be safe on that if I do that. But that's what I'm thinking, ladies and gentlemen. But I am doing Resolve. I'm trying to get this Resolve up to $3,000 before I look at anything else, ladies and gentlemen. Resolve. Right now we got, look, we're positive. We are positive on Resolve. 2,111 shares, ladies and gentlemen, trade. Cover calls ain't worth a damn. Actually do a 350 and make some money, but I gotta keep so many of it. I gotta look at my books, see how many I need to keep. For $7, I look at the book. Always write everything down that I'm working on. Resolve. I gotta keep 800 shares for $8. And I could do some cover calls. I can do maybe 5 at that and make $25. And so put. This all could change before then, ladies and gentlemen. That would change before then. And do a put at $3 and get X meaning get about 6 contracts. That way I'm thinking here for the Roth IRA, ladies and gentlemen. But I still got to put a 165 in it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this short little video on my weekly update on my profile. This is what I'm doing with my money. It's not financial. I see you on the next one. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen.